Hey y'all, before starting this video I have some sad news. This will unfortunately be my last video of 2022, so I will be back in 2023 to keep making more content for you guys, so just make sure you give me your support down below, okay? Alright, let's get into the video. So with the new world launch of Novus, there's a lot of new gear to get. You have the Aeon and Eternal gear, Eternal being the crafted, defensive, oriented option. Some boss fights in Novus will drop the Masterpiece gear, which is the tier 2 gear, and if you're lazy like me and you don't want to spend days farming for that, you'll want to craft the Aeon or Eternal gear. Now to be clear, you can have Aeon gear dropped by these bosses, but for the Eternal set, you need to have a piece of Masterpiece gear to then craft the Eternal piece of said gear. To craft these new pieces of gear, you need one piece of school-specific Masterpiece, like this. So for the Eternal Fractal cape, you'll need a Fractal Masterpiece cape. You also need your 20 pixels and your 50 polygons. Now you may be wondering right now, how do I get these? Well, that's probably why you clicked on this video, and I am here to show you the new fastest way to get polygons since the patch of the Stone of Heaven area. I've browsed over YouTube and none of the videos seem to mention how they've patched the Stone of Heaven spawn rates, and I do believe there is a new area to farm that is more efficient. Okay, to be clear, you can still farm the Stone of Heaven and it's going to be fine for polygons, but they did patch the spawn rate. So as soon as you find a polygon, one will not just spawn instantly anymore. You're going to have to actually switch realms. And from what I've noticed, the Stone of Heaven only has 2 spawn areas for polygons at one time. So what that means is if you find 2 in any part of the Stone of Heaven, you're going to have to switch realms. And I just don't think that's as efficient as this new area I'm going to show you right now. I have had more success in Kathmandu, which is the Mushu area when you first start Novus. And to get here, you're just going to take this lion in the Stone of Heaven. So it's actually pretty easy to get to once you're in the Stone of Heaven. So I'm going to take him. And like I've said, the Stone of Heaven has 2 polygons per realm, while Kathmandu has 3. Now I'm going to flash an image on screen showing the map of Kathmandu and the different paths you can take. Alright, so this place looks complicated, but trust me, the pathing is very simple. You're going to spawn in down here, and then you're going to take this path down here, all the way to this path. You're going to go up, then you're going to come back down the middle one, and then you're going to go up top here, across the bridge, and end up right here. Now, as soon as you switch realms from this spot, you're going to retrace your steps and go back the same way you came. This will be the most efficient way to find polygons in this area. Okay, so now I want to show you what this is going to look like when you spawn in. So you're going to head down here. Remember, there could be one close right there. There was not, so I'm going to pass there. I'm going to go down to the bottom of this path. This is a common location for a spawn, so I'm going to grab this one. And I just got 4 from that. You're going to head down here. This is another spawn location right behind that tree. You're going to head down here. Grab this black lotus while I'm here, and there's another polygon right there. So we found 2 already out of the 3 in this area. And as soon as we find 3, we are going to switch realms. So we're still good right now. There should still be one more hiding. And it's not behind that house. Oh, it is. So you'll actually see the sparkles from when you're up here. So I'm going to go behind the house and get that one. And let's look at our realm timer to see the timing. And it just expired, so I'm going to switch to Dryad. And I'm actually going to retrace my steps here. So I'm going to go back. There wasn't one behind the house. Now remember, these realms could also be already looted from other people. I might have got lucky with mine. Okay, there's one right there. And there's 2 actually, so we'll grab this one. And the next one's going to be right here. Grab that. And let's check the area by the lion to see if there's one up there. It would be to the left. It is there. So that's the 3. So we can already switch realms. And it's good because we ended near the lion. So I'm going to wait my 15 seconds, then come back for one more lap. Alright, my 15 seconds are up. We're just going to go down one to Dorgan. If it'll switch for me. There we go. And we're just going to do our lap again. And there's one right there to our right. So we're going to grab that. And we'll go all the way down. Okay, there's one right there. So that's 2 already. And let's look left. Nothing there. Nothing right here. Nothing by the tree. There's some lotus over there, but I don't really care for the black lotus. And there's the third one right there, so we can already switch realms. So I think this is actually more efficient than the Stone of Heaven, because you get 3 per area, and you will likely find them before your realm timer is over anyway. So I'm actually going to do one more lap just to show you from this point of view if you were to just retrace your steps. So this is where you're going to be ending if you go all the way through, like I said on my little map there. And we're going to go down to Falmea, and we're going to retrace our steps. So let me think. I guess we'll go back down this way, and then if we don't find any, we'll go down the middle path. So just check behind here, nothing there. So far, not too good. Okay, there's one, so it looks like we found a good realm. Oh, I actually got 6 from that harvest. That's nice. There's one right there. So we'll grab this one. And I'm actually going to go down the middle pathway because I've not showed that yet. We'll grab this lotus because it's on the way. And sometimes there's one under that bridge there. Not this time. None around here, so we'll go up here. So it should be up here. Should be one more. And let's look at our realm timer. So we do have 1 second left. So this one ended up taking a little longer, so it's not going to be the most efficient. But I still do believe it's going to be more efficient than the Stone of Heaven. So there actually wasn't one up here, so it has to be up here. This is the last spawn point. It has to be. And it is right there. So yeah, that's how I have been farming my polygons in the Kathmandu area. Okay, now that I've gotten polygons out of the way, pixels are the easiest thing to farm. Basically, out of all the bosses that drop Aeon Masterpiece gear, you're just going to want to pick the one that is the easiest to kill. And in my opinion, there's 2 bosses right now that are pretty easy to kill. You can pick either or of them. They're both going to be located in La Ville Rose. And the first one is actually going to be here at Maxine's office. It's going to be Maxine. And she is going to be dropping the Aeon and Masterpiece boots, which have some pretty horrific drop rates, but that's beside the point. We're going for pixels here. And you should pretty much already know the strat here, but this should be a pretty popular dungeon because a lot of people are going to be going for the boots, so teaming up shouldn't be too much of an issue. And I'll come back when we have a team. Okay, so that only took like 5 seconds after I said something. So usually a support will run in right away. Looks like it was a fire, so they don't really care. So what the strategy is here, you are going to have 2 people hit with their AoE, either Dragoon or their 4-pip. So I'm just going to Blade Steven and hope he hits with Tempest. So Jacqueline's using the Dragoon hit, which will kill all the minions. And you see how she just casted Vulnerability. So you'll want to kill the minions first, and she'll take that away after summoning another boss. Looks like they'll die. Yep. Okay, hopefully Steven didn't hit though, because he'll waste my blade. Okay, he did not. That's good. So what she'll do, she'll summon another boss, and you'll have your hitters AoE with their 7-pip AoE about 1 or 2 rounds later. And this is probably one of the quickest bosses that drops gear to farm. So I'm just going to blade myself and then hit with Scarecrow next round when she summons her clone boss. So everyone should be hitting here. Alright, good. She Dragooned and then we all AoE'd. So they should be dead, no problem here. Alright, so we killed. Let's see if we get some pixels. And it looks like we actually did not get pixels. So sometimes that'll happen, and you're just going to want to rerun the dungeon. But I believe the drop rates for all of the dungeons that drop gear are going to be the same. So you're just going to want to pick the one that is the easiest to fight, which this one is definitely pretty easy. The only other option I would consider would be the Rententen one, but that one can also take a long time if he waits a long time to use his snowball barrage. And if you've run this dungeon, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But yeah, I hope this helped some of you guys out, especially with the polygons. I think that's going to be the new strategy or meta for farming polygons. Try to do it during double reagents. Get like a lot. Definitely load up on them now, because it's going to be a pain to farm again. Same thing with pixels when double reagents is gone. Alright, so that's going to be the end of this one. Please go follow me on Twitter. I need some Twitter followers for that Wizard101 clout. It would greatly help me out, and I would appreciate it a ton. If you have enjoyed, leave a like down below for me. I'm going to have my 2 playlists of my Death Novus walkthrough and my Life walkthrough down there as well. So go check those out if you haven't seen them. I would appreciate a subscriptione if you're generous and want to leave me one. I'd appreciate it, man. So with all that being said, have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next year for the next one. Goodbye.